Your sacral energy, your creative center is what drives you. It's what drives you. And so super, super, super important that the work that you're doing is deeply satisfying. So if the work that you're doing right now isn't deeply satisfying, if you don't feel plugged into your creativity, plugged into stuff that turns you on and that you could talk about for hours and days, then I would recommend that you start to have a look at that. Like, what is it that you could do for hours and days on end and never get bored of? What could you talk about for hours and days on end that you would never, ever get bored of? And that's my second thing that I want to talk to you about for self-care is, as a little tiny person, what did you want to be? What did you want to be? Because I find that children really, really do have a sense of what's correct for them. They really, really do. And so, I mean, maybe you wanted to be a singer, maybe you wanted to be a dancer, maybe you wanted to be a Supreme Court justice, maybe, I don't know, what the heck did you want to do? So wherever you are in the world, find that chat and let me know, what is it that you wanted to do when you were little? Because I'll tell you what, children really do have a sense of what their connection is to life force energy. And your life force energy as a generator is coming from your womb. It's coming from your genitals. It's coming from your testes. And so whatever it is that you wanted to be and do as a child might be something you might want to have a look at. And, you know, if you can't give yourself permission to do or be that right now, then maybe start moving in that direction. Does that make sense? So let me know if that makes sense. And why do I want you to do that? Well, there's so much creativity. And I'll tell you what, when you get into flow as a generator, because your energy is coming from your creative center, the more flow you can be in with the work that you do. I mean, there are people who totally get into flow with data entry. There are people who totally get into flow with like accounting. You know, I'm not going to say that your flow has to come from something very specific. It can come from just what makes you feel switched on. And I would recommend that part of your self-care practice is to make sure that you're doing a lot of what makes you feel switched on.